Readers will forgive almost anything in a story, except a character who suddenly stops feeling believable. You're going to lose your readers. The moment a reader starts thinking, okay, wait a second, would they really do that? Or why would they do that? The illusion is broken. And usually the problem is not the character's personality. It's not that the character needs, for example, more quirks or more backstory or a stronger voice. The real problem is that the character doesn't have a stable emotional logic that is underneath their choices. So instead of feeling human and layered, they start to feel sort of writer controlled and is not authentic. And readers can feel that immediately. Let me show you what I mean. Here's an example that has an inconsistent character. I'm done letting people control my life, Marcus snapped, slamming his fist against the wall. Okay, and now 2 scenes later, he says, "Whatever you think is best," Marcus told his brother quietly. "I trust your decision." Okay, so technically, yes, real people contradict themselves all the time. My husband does it all the time. But readers usually won't experience this as complexity. They're going to experience it as instability or indecision because they can't feel the emotional logic that connects those two opposite moments. And once the readers stop understanding why the character behaves the way they do, then they start losing trust in the story. This video is part of my Diagnosing the Problem series. We're breaking down common writing problems by looking at how to recognize them, what's actually causing them, and importantly, how to fix them on the page. Because very often the real issue underneath the writing isn't the thing we think it is. If we haven't met before, I'm Melissa Bourbon. I have written more than 35 novels across mystery, magical fiction, women's fiction, and over years of revision, one thing among many that I've learned is this: readers do not need characters to behave predictably, but they do need characters to behave coherently. These are very different things. Real people are contradictory. We are emotional. We are complicated. Characters absolutely should surprise the reader sometimes. We want them to be complicated. We want them to be authentic. But when the emotional logic behind their decisions disappears, then the character stops feeling psychologically real to the reader. And that is when readers start to disconnect, and we do not want that. So how do we recognize this as a problem? Well, character inconsistency usually doesn't show up in one giant obvious flaw. It's a subtle reader sort of disorientation. The reader starts subconsciously losing trust in the character because they're recognizing these inconsistencies. This can manifest in a lot of different ways. It could be that your character reacts differently to similar situations, but without clear emotional reasoning. Or they suddenly become stronger or weaker depending on plot needs. Emotional responses might feel disconnected from scene to scene. Dialogue sounds emotionally different depending on the chapter. Maybe decisions feel driven by the story instead of the character. In your own writing, you might decide to keep rewriting scenes, trying to find their voice. The character might feel vivid one day and vague the next. Some chapters feel emotionally true, while a lot of others feel strangely off, and you just start over. Explaining motivations because something feels unstable, but you're just not sure what. Most often, the deeper issue is not your character's personality. It's that the character doesn't have a stable internal framework underneath the story. Here's the misdiagnosis, and this is where writers often go wrong, because when a character feels inconsistent, our instinct is often to define them more. That's what we tell ourselves. So we start adding things like quirks and witty dialogue and preferences and more backstory and more personality. But personality is not the same thing as internal logic. A character can have a really strong voice, very memorable dialogue, vivid traits, a detailed backstory, and they can still feel emotionally inconsistent because consistency isn't coming from those surface details. It's coming from recurring emotional patterns that the character has that are underneath all of their behaviors. These are patterns of, say, fear or shame or desire or self-protection or emotional survival. This is what readers are tracking, that emotional consistency, even though they're doing it unconsciously. Okay, here's a version of that Marcus example that is more coherent. I'm done letting people control my life, Marcus snapped, slamming his fist against the wall. But later that night, when his brother stepped into the kitchen, Marcus kept his eyes fixed on the counter. Anger was easy with strangers. Family was different. Family knew exactly where to press until resistance started feeling selfish. Whatever you think is best, he said quietly. Now, obviously, we have a lot more writing in this version, but now the contradiction feels intentional and we see the internal logic of Marcus. The behavior is still there, but the reason behind it changes and the reader understands the emotional sort of engine that's driving it. That's the key. That's the most important thing. Consistency doesn't mean sameness. What it does mean is it's recognizable emotional logic. Okay, what's actually causing the problem? Most inconsistent characters are missing one thing, and that is that stable internal operating system. So that means what they fear most, what they want most, what emotional wound shapes them, what belief quietly drives their choices. These things live underneath their decisions, and they exist in any believable character in a repeating emotional pattern, even when external behaviors change. So here's an example. A character who feels rejection might avoid conflict, might over-explain, might become passive under pressure, might apologize constantly, might suddenly lash out after emotional suppression builds. Those behaviors look completely different externally, right? But internally, they're coming from the same emotional source, and that is coherence. Why do we create this problem in our writing? I'm guilty of it. I think we all are. It happens during that drafting stage. So again, we often write scene by scene emotionally instead of from that deeper internal framework of that, that underlying logic. So that means in one scene, maybe the character needs confidence, and in another, he needs or she needs vulnerability, and another, it's tension, and in another, it's romance, because that's what the scene needs. So the character is shifting to serve the scene instead of the scene emerging naturally from the character. And readers feel that instability almost immediately, even if they can't consciously explain why. So we have to stop looking at things only scene by scene as if those scenes live independently of the story. How do we fix this? Let's make this really, really practical, because I'm all about giving you practical ways to fix problems. It's much easier to fix when you know what you are looking for. Here's technique 1. Identify the character's core emotional driver. Ask yourself, what emotional need or fear consistently shapes this character? We are not talking about surface goals. We are talking about deeper emotional patterns. Is it fear of abandonment? Maybe it's a need for control, or a desire for approval, or terror of failure, or a fear of vulnerability, or the need to be useful. Whatever it is, it becomes the emotional, underlying element of that character. So how do you identify it? Finish this sentence. No matter what happens, this character is always trying to blank. Avoid rejection, maintain control, protect others, prove their worth, avoid appearing weak. Whatever it is, that becomes your character's internal compass, and it helps frame their emotional logic no matter what the scene is doing. Okay, the second technique is to track patterns rather than moods. So a lot of writers, in my experience, accidentally track emotions against scene to scene, but readers track patterns. And characters can absolutely express different emotions and contradictions and vulnerability and anger and tenderness and all of the things that make us so complicated as humans, as long as the underlying emotional logic remains recognizable. So during revision, ask yourself, during revision and during the writing process, ask yourself, what consistently triggers this character? What emotional pattern keeps repeating? How do they protect themselves under pressure? What emotional strategy do they default to? This is what creates cohesion. Technique 3, build the emotional bridge. This is one of the biggest missing pieces, I think, in inconsistent writing. If a character behaves differently from one scene to another, the reader needs to travel with them on that emotional train, right? Not through long explanations, but through the connective tissue. A line of hesitation, an emotional realization, one memory, one trigger, one moment of resistance, something that allows the reader to understand why this shift is actually happening. That is so important. So you're creating a bridge between two emotional responses from your character that helps the reader understand that shift. Here's a quick recap. If your character feels inconsistent, stop focusing on personality traits. Identify the deeper emotional driver. Track recurring emotional patterns and make behavioral shifts that are emotionally visible. Because consistency does not mean repetition. Again, it's coherence. Readers don't need characters to act the same way all the time. They have to understand that emotional logic that drives behavior. Once readers can feel that internal framework, then the contradictions are going to stop feeling like mistakes, or they're going to stop disconnecting because they understand. Those characters are going to start feeling really, really human. If this kind of craft analysis helps you diagnose problems in your own writing more clearly, please make sure you subscribe to Bourbon and Books. This series is all about helping writers move beyond vague advice and actually understand what is happening underneath your writing on the page. Once your characters feel emotionally believable, the next challenge is making sure the story itself creates enough momentum, because even psychologically coherent characters can still lose reader attention if they're not actively shaping the story. That's what's happening in the next video. Why characters start feeling passive and how to fix it. Y'all, small moments shape the reading experience. That is what diagnosing the problem and Bourbon and Books is all about. I'll see you in the next video.